everybody, how are you tonight? We've got to finish what we started last night. And that is it. So we got to finish that. Okay. I covered my paints that I was using with foil. But they didn't dry out overnight. Holy cow. I'm going to try something. I don't know if it's going to work, but I'm going to give it a shot. I'm making a stained glass, but I'm making it, the ghost is hanging around in front of it. So, give him some eyes here, eye holes. I ain't gonna worry about a nose hole right now. Okay. I want to see if I can go with some gray around those colors to give them that lead look of a stained glass window. All right. See, these haunts are only open once a year. And they open it up so that people can come in and get spooked. Now, the better they can spook them, the happier they are. If they manage to get somebody to have a heart attack, they can keep their ghost. That is not nice, but it's the way they are. And they aren't all ghosts in there either. There are other things, but they do like to have a lot of spirits. And I don't mean booze. Okay. So we've got this path. It's a really tough path, considering you're going uphill. this. There are examples, and I was going to pull one up, of castles or forts that are very high. I remember there's a monastery too, and on the way up that mountain to that monastery, because it's embedded in rock, is to climb thousands of steps. So you can imagine they don't get company very often. Anyway, so put some big boulders down here, and there have been some that have been out in the ocean, so you know, we won't do that. But this haunted house, I mean, the spirits in them, they really don't give a hoot about grass and all that stuff. They just like being where they are, not being bothered most of the time, except once a year they put on this show. I read a poem about something like that last year, which I do not have with me, but I could read again. It's The House of 10,000 Ghosts. Those are boulders. Generally they hang around the bottom somewhere because they've fallen. At least in this case, they've all fallen. Pretty steep little mountain here. This is all for fun, and fun for one, or you if you like it. It's fun for me. I know there's a lot of you who like getting silly. Inside this hovel, it's more than just a little hovel, there are spirits, there are witches, there is a Frankenstein's monster came to stay, and he is running the lift. He is if you can handle it, he's the guy who helps you up the lift. So, I gotta put this pulley and rope. That's not dry yet. And it's a good thing that it's Frankenstein's monster. We're gonna give him a name. I mean, he's made up of a lot of different peoples and pieces, but we could call him, we'll just call him Bolt. Because he's got bolts in his neck. So that's all we're going to do. We're going to call him Bolt. Every time there's a lightning strike, when he's outside, the bolts get lit up. And he goes zzz. You're probably thinking, man, she's off her rocker. Okay, I'm ready for that. I'm gonna give him blue clothes. Now, Bolt here, he doesn't really want him dying on his trip. That makes him kind of dead weight. Okay, sorry for the bad pun. supposed to be legs, but they look too big, as everything else does. Have any of you watched Van Helsing, the movie, with Hugh Jackman? That's one of Joe's favorite movies. He could watch that thing every night, I think, if he had half the chance. It is a good movie. Somehow, in that one, the very dead but undead vampire, which is not Hugh Jackman, by the way, is able to multiply. He's got 3 wives and they've got huge thousands, they describe it as thousands and thousands of offspring. But in order to make them live, they need electrical power. Lightning. And it needs a source. So they are after a certain monster that was given life by electricity. Guess who that might be? It's fun. It is a fun show. Hugh Jackman plays Van Helsing. There we go. Sometimes things just don't go your way. I know do bats better than that, but that's what I did. Anyway, we have a ghost circling we got stained glass windows showing through a ghost. And we've got some ghosts, some bats, and a Mr. Bolt, the Frankenstein's monster. They're probably having spider egg salad and batwing on trays. That's the skeleton caterers. That's what they served in the poem I wrote. I don't have any skeletons in here. I don't trust myself with that. Okay. It's not the worst of anybody, but it could have been done by a 5th grader. Or a 3rd grader. Things can't always turn out the way you like to see them. And yes, I could have done better. For some reason, I just didn't. Not tonight. But it is as haunted as it's going to get this year. So, I love you. There was that squeal. Smile and wave. Oh, my shoulder. Smile and wave. We'll see you again tomorrow. I will do something. I just don't know what yet. But I'm done messing with this thing. Unless I can find a way to fix it. Anyway, love you all. Good night.